What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Gwent video. Yes, I still do those. Don't worry. It's been a while, though. Yeah, here's the thing, just long story short. I'm very happy with this latest card drop. I'm happy with the card drop before that. I'm happy with almost everything they've done in the patches in between. In terms of balancing and reworks. Overall, it all looks very good. But because of just the general state of the game and several years worth of damage prior, I still find it hard to stay motivated and to feel inspired. You know, whenever I do have an idea, like 85% of the time, I start building the deck and I'm like, okay, this doesn't look as fun as I thought it would. And just the idea of playing it, like actually trying to play it against people, it just kind of kills it for me. But every now and then, you know, I do land on something that I am more or less happy with, and at least happy enough that I do want to try it out for a video. And today we're going to play some Nilfgaard once again. Status Nilfgaard, an archetype I've been wanting to play, you know, on and off again for a while, because believe it or not, what used to be literally my most hated card in the game a few years ago is now actually a very okay card, in my opinion. Masquerade Ball, I think, is just very okay. It's like, just out of principle, you know, I am still against just the very existence of 14 provision cards. I feel like nothing good comes from them. I hate that I have to include this. Like, I feel like I have to include this if I'm going to play Status Nilfgaard, an archetype I do actually want to play. But playing it without ball just seems wrong. And it feels bad having to put this 14 provision card in the deck. But like I said, I'm perfectly okay with the power level of the card, excuse me, and the design of it. It's expensive, and I don't like that. But the idea here is that we want to put a lot of statuses on our opponent's cards. You know, we have the Impostor Leader that, at some point in time, at least since I played it last, it did get an additional line of text. Whenever you play an aristocrat on your side of the battlefield, if there are at least 4 different statuses on your opponent's side, boost it by 1. I really don't think this effect matters a lot, but you know, it is incentivizing this aristocrat playstyle. We do have a lot of aristocrats that benefit from statuses, or that give statuses, or both. And we have Art Fane, which is a card that I see a lot of people not running, and I kind of get why, because it is underwhelming a lot of the time, but it's a really cool card. It comes out of your deck. It's an auto thinner. It's a resilient artifact with a refreshable status applying order. It's a cool card. It's a fun card, and I do want to try it. It is one of the main reasons we're doing this. But also, Admiral Rompali, one of the new cards. I actually really like him. I actually really like this card. So Zeal order, choose 3 enemy units, then give them block, poison, and spying in that order, just immediately putting 3 statuses on the board. And at the end of each turn, he will boost self by the highest number of statuses on an enemy unit. So if there's an enemy with 3 different statuses, and that's the highest, then he will also boost by 3 per turn, in addition to locking something and poisoning something, and the spying. The spying is probably the least impactful one, but even that is relevant. And he is an aristocrat. We have Emir, who after the rework, where he plays a bronze soldier or aristocrat from your hand, is just a really awesome card. Like, I really like this Emir. Philippe Van Morlehem, who can just be a devastating card if not dealt with. But of course, this is Gwent, so he will die. But we have a lot of bronze engines and some control tools and the new battle stations. which can let us play up to 2 of those bronze engines at once and thin our deck. Also, a really cool card. I'm very into a lot of these cards, I'll have you know. Now, there's not really much more to say. I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with most of these cards already. And from what I can tell, there's a part of my viewer base who have already clicked off the video because it was Nilfgaard. And then those of you who remain, you probably kind of know what these cards are about. So we're just gonna play some games. At rank 8, of course, clearly the best rank to be at. Is it obvious I haven't played at all since my last video? Maybe. But we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna see if I can get some fun games. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope we get some wins because I sure as hell need to rank up. Enjoy the gameplay. All right, first up, a monsters player. All right. Vampires? How do we do against that? Let's see. We gotta ditch the Artfane. And let's see. We don't really want this. You know, this can copy like a bleeding application person, which is kind of nice. I guess 1 poison to go with Admiral is good. Double Dame is interesting. Let's see, do we Emir for the Enforcers? I do like that. Or just the Pikeman? There's a chance that we can draw into Artfane with this effect, which does suck. Oh my god. That has literally never happened to me before. But I knew it was a possibility. But I was just joking. It doesn't have to happen. I was joking. What do I do? Just keep it in my hand as a dead card? So now you have to deal with these, huh?
Don't ask a lady her age. It's unbecoming.
Then we can just keep locking their stuff, which is potentially good. We can seize that. We lock that, we seize that. That's good shit. We seize that. Lock that. Hell yeah. I mean, not bad, right? Just I gotta make sure I don't blow my entire load. Alright, you know you are in rank 8 when you're seeing runestones. That is not what you want to see. That is just not what you want to see. I'm gonna put the poison on that. Just play this. Yep, we got a pass. I mean, I feel good. I feel good because it's flitters, right? And I could never feel bad about doing bad stuff to fletters. You know, anything else, I'd feel maybe a little bit off. Let's see, we're drawing this. We're not drawing that, but we're pulling it out. Am I okay just... Well, this Enforcer is not going to be great. Without Emir, Enforcer is just not very good. So we can drop that. Just for another draw. Playing the flater.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
I'm gonna dump that too, because it just doesn't feel great. I'd rather get a higher chance to draw Fergus than battle stations. At least battle stations would be very nice. Now, are they going to be a devotion deck? That's the question. Or should I fear the heat wave? You know what? I didn't even notice until now that they've spent their entire leader. I mean, what is up with that? Rank 8. Where good content is made. Not devotion. Not devotion, so heat wave is a possibility. Ooh. Yeah, this is fine. This is perfectly fine. We do also have Roderick, actually, so we can we pulled this out and we just got a Roderick for Fergus, I think, before we can play Battle State. Oh, that sucks though. But if this draws Fergus, then we're screwed. Then Roderick is bricked. Renew for Flitter. Okay.
Have I something in my teeth?
You know what? Flitter... There are cases where a Flitter is actually worth 12 provisions. This is not one of those cases.
A taste of North, is it?
But let's see, you could do this. Oriana can be renewed. There's stuff you can do. Regis Bloodlust. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, you know what? This is fine. Just to ensure that everything goes according to plan. We're gonna do this. That Fletter could potentially have a lot of statuses on it. If I lock it too with Admiral and give it bleeding with this, maybe, then or we lock that. We could lock this. I wonder, do I want one of these? Gotta use this first.
Gentlemen, to work.
Let's see. I mean, I should lock poison and then spying, but I kind of want to keep this alive. I'm going to kill it at some point anyway. I'm going to lock, poison, spying. Four points per turn. I do have this imposter. I could use it on a Necrorat. I could do that. That's a card I can benefit from. But also this. Also that. Probably not as much though. Probably not as much. If I just get this. Give some spying there. Or bleeding, I mean. Put some bleeding there. That's fine. We'll get more points. We'll play this. We'll play this. We'll draw that and that. Okay.
He's up to something.
Is this fun? Is this fun to watch? It's fun to do, but only because I'm a sick bastard. I mean, do I even? You know what? Yeah. I'll just use my last two poisons on Oriana. And I'll just use this flatter as a Rompali bait. Ah, dead laugh.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
Gotta put some bleeding back on this boy here. I am milking this flatter. Milking the flatter. I mean, obviously, I mean, rank 8 or not, a greedy monsters deck is not gonna have fun here, I think. Yeah, you can hit it. This flatter, dude. This flatter. Just that extra doomed on top of it is beautiful. I love the flatter. Yeah, I'm just copying it. Just milking it dry with Rompali. There's not going to be much left of this flatter when I'm done. Oh. Yeah, just gotta make sure there's some bleeding on that guy. And you.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
Wow. Really? Hey! Now I can't put bleeding on him.
Feeling a bit peckish.
Yeah, close game. Akabochi. NR. Maybe abusing some of the new stuff. Looks like it. Alright, this could at least be a more fair fight. See, locks are good. Locks are good. I'm gonna keep that in my deck. Ooh. Informant for the steal? Eh. That's could have been better. Could have been better. See, this could be a siege deck. You know, I'm just gonna very simply do that. We need him to establish a few targets before we Rumpali. Mutagen. Alright.
Oh dear. Have I something in my teeth?
Standard NR opener. Just gonna set up that carryover. Oh, straight into Raffarts, okay.
It hasn't backfired yet. I pass on every 10th round.
Reaver. Yeah.
You're one of us or not.
Well, this can kill that Reaver. Oh, I am tempted. If I had been going first and been fearing the carryover, I probably would have. There's a good chance I would have.
Do you honestly think you can catch me? You fool.
There could be a winch. Okay, that's not a winch. That's pretty good. That you did a lot of work. She did a lot of work. Now let's see. I can. Oh, do I run Polly now? Lock, poison, spying. Or just the lock. All right, let's do this.
Let's make the Navy proud.
He might die. There's a very solid chance. Very solid.
Shit, I knew it. I told you so, you idiot.
Alright, second leader charge to replay the Arbalest. Okay, they got that carryover. But we made it to this turn. What do we do? I mean, this is good. This gives spying and bleeding. We could do it on this for Rumpali tempo. I think I'll do that. I think I'm just going to finish this off while I can. And ping this down. From Polly putting in work. Such a cool card for this archetype. A good enabler and good payoff. I love it. Okay. Now what? I don't want to be a card down, but I also don't want to like, I don't want to lose this, and I don't want to go second. Double lock, but sure.
A superb specimen, truly.
Yeah, I don't want to go second. I don't want to give them order advantage. I have more value from leader, and I have whatever carryover this Art Fane is going to provide me with. I have a lot of locks. I have all my golds. Emir can play an aristocrat, so he can play this, but then if I don't draw... Oh man, if I don't draw a bronze, then this is slightly worse. That's okay, right? Let's see. Okay, we drew a second bronze. Very good. Lock this. We did spend a lot there. I do realize. A lot was spent on just these tiny dudes. But this does put us really far ahead. Let's see, do I have any ways to ping down shit? Not really. I mean, this Felipe here can be dangerous. Actual. Huh? I have some order effects too. Does this also count leader? It should. Whenever you use an order ability, it should. Man, did you have to do that? You know, maybe I should feel dirty, but I don't. I just don't. You know? Is it time for this? I mean, Fergus is pretty useless. I'm gonna do this. Okay, pikeman. And a thing. And a thing. Eh. I think I missed an Artfane thing here, right? That's fine. Yeah, you can spying again. And you're mine. I don't feel dirty. You know, first Flitters, now Siege with Mutagen. I don't feel dirty. I am enjoying it whilst I can. And I feel like that is... Okay, the enjoyment stops there, but I won, so hey, I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. And that's a rank up. That's rank 7 for you. That is rank 7 for you. And winning streak stops now, right? Like 7 is the first rank without winning streak. That's too bad, because I was enjoying that. Alright, here's what I'll do. Yes, this video was short. Yes, I could have easily fit in a third match within, you know, the normal time that my videos consist of. But, I mean, you get the gist, right? And I'm playing at a low rank. But we did get to have some fun with that deck. First, milking that Flitter for all it was worth. And then just abusing the shit out of a Siege player. Who I imagine didn't draw their Siege. If they did, they... I mean, I get why you don't want to play it. But at a certain point there, it was obvious that they should have. But yeah, I mean, the deck is... Here's what I'll say. Love the archetype. Really fun to play. A lot of the new cards work well with it. You know, you could play the new the boat, the Catriona. I don't feel like this is a very strong card. And poison a non-poisoned unit with at least one status. Like, yes, you can get a lot of poison out of a single card. But then, for that poison to really be worth it, like, sure, you have Thirsty Dames, you have Rompali maybe, but for this to really be worth it, you also need to have other poisons to back up all the Catriona poisons. And I'm not sure how quickly you run out of those. I mean, Philippe will finish off everything, but he usually doesn't live. In this video, he lived, which is not normal. As for Artfane, yeah, I got a little bit unlucky with it in that first match, but clearly didn't matter. It's a really cool card. I'm a big fan of the card, and I feel like, you know, this deck has enough to enough agents and or aristocrats to consistently get it. You know, it's all about that balance. You need enough aristocrats to keep refreshing it. Then you also need aristocrats and agents in your deck to always get a status out of it. But, you know, if you think this compared to Roach, right? Because they're both cards that come out of your deck automatically when you fulfill the condition. Artfane costs 1 more. But, you know, it stays on the board for 2 rounds. And, I mean, it can be worth a lot more than the 4 points that Roach has to offer. Now, you could argue that Roach is not a 10 provision card. It is a 9 provision card that was nerfed because of Golden Necker. I am under that impression. I follow that ideology there. But even still, for 2 more provisions, like, this is such a good enabler for so many cards in our deck. Just a few hits of that bleeding, a few triggers of Thirsty Dame or Enforcers, and like, you're just... the value is there. If you played Roach at 9 provisions and thought that was worth it, then Artfane can be worth it in a deck like this. And it's a really cool card. I'm a huge fan of it. I'm a huge fan of Admiral Rompali. He definitely pulled his weight. Love this Emir. You could tweak the bronzes to just be more agents. I know a lot of people do Blightmaker and Mage Assassin. They're both agents, so both of them in the deck are more ways for Artfane to give spying. But I feel like I have enough. But you could increase the density a little bit if you felt so inclined. Not much more to say. Big fan of the archetype, big fan of the new supporting cards. And the old ones. This guy's nuts. This guy, when not stopped, is crazy. Especially, dude, with Emir just giving everything spying. So he will always lock. And then when you're not locking, you're poisoning. He's such a valuable card. Holy shit. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Would it be more fun to have gotten wins against higher ranked players, playing more competitively against me? Sure. But you know, in my defense, I am not the best player myself. And I haven't really played in months. I'm a little bit rusty. It wasn't all that great to begin with. So I don't think it's too far-fetched for me to play at these slightly lower ranks. Getting some wins, feeling good. It's either this or no content, okay? It's either this or no Gwent content. There. Take it or leave it. I hope you take it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If not for the thrilling excitement of high-level competitive Gwent gameplay, then for just, you know, some friendly banter and thrashing noobs. I do feel bad saying that. I did not feel bad about any of the Nilfgaardian stuff I did during the gameplay, but I did feel bad about calling the noobs. It's just, I mean, rank 8 is decent. It is decent. It's just, it's not the same, you know? Anyway, enough about that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Regardless, thank you for watching, but I do hope you enjoyed it. Hope I didn't waste your time. That's it for now. Hope to see you again soon. Until then, have a good one. Enjoy the summer, or if you're in a country on the other side of the world, it's winter, right? So enjoy that. Until next time, bye.